Hello and welcome. This is Sato here,
Mighty
and
Max D, the one and only.
exactly the one and only. We're about to see a pretty interesting game between Beer and Ista
Stocky already
clan
fucking up
members.
by not moving his army. They should go fast, 2 versus 1.
Oh, yeah, definitely too slow.
They will squeeze Dima if they go quick.
Uh, and they are going quick.
Look at Stocky, he's not even close, trying to make one group of bows. He
Yeah,
messed up.
yeah.
I think Stocky has been drinking.
Yeah, that's possible. He definitely has a bit slow reaction.
Think they have a good run in check?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Looks like. Oh
It's
my
a
god, look
crucial
at this
thing for
shit.
these times.
2 versus 1.
Oh, whoa. The army chosen by the game, by random, is also quite interesting. Old school, I'd say.
Yes.
Yeah, nothing interesting happens here, I guess.
Stocky way too slow again. He just needs to push.
Yeah.
Stay here and then shoot
Mm.
all. Shit. Look, half is both still not shooting. Not killing any expo.
Yeah.
And I talked to Tofu and they said they prefer to play the left side. They think it's quite a lot better. So.
I mean, like top left, right? Yeah. I think the middle location, the one more to the right, is
They might
better
actually win.
than its counterpart. Yeah.
Yeah, but they
What?
should have like shoot and
Whoa.
keep moving, you know, with the bows. What they now did is they just stand and they get sandwiched. Lol. But I didn't
Whoa.
expect them to win like this.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay, after this fight, I really have no idea what to expect in the fight. This was pretty terrible, let's say, from both sides. I can't honestly think that Istas planned to do this like that.
No, for sure. Stoker was just too late, but you need to shoot and push. If you just stand, Dima's moving back, then you get squeezed on 2 sides.
Yeah.
Let's see what they pick.
Or they could just go like one guy shoots top and one bottom. They already had massive advantage on top, so that would probably work. And would be easier to do, I guess. Okay, so according to expectations, they should probably take the top locks.
I'm not sure. Fu said. Ooh, they pick right.
You mean?
Huh?
Sorry. I forgot they didn't win, but it still seems like they get the locks that they wanted.
But I'm not even sure if right side is worse.
Yeah, like I said, location 2 is probably better. I'd prefer it over 5, at least after what I saw here, because gold is kind of far, but I think it's okay if you go for it correctly. But iron is pretty close. Not a lot of space though, but I prefer to have less space, but everything a bit closer. I think 5 might have a bit more space, but I'm not sure right now. We'll see
And
in
at
a while, I
location 2
guess.
you have the trees kind of in one spot as well. They're all on top. It's not like you have to take from bottom, left side, top.
Yeah, you just cut off the top of your location and make buildings on the bottom. Of course, if you do it wrong, like Papzakia did, uh, you might have a bit of a problem.
Let's see. Toe on 2, Fu on 1, Toki 6, Dima 5. I think Dima's gonna go for some spam base there. You have a lot of space.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that he's choosing the lock that has way more space than the other lock in his team. Dima is well, I think he's quite known for his spam. I think he's a bit worse in fights, but not by far, you know. But his spam is pretty crazy usually, so uh, definitely they're a pretty dangerous team.
Yeah, especially late game.
I
I'm
didn't,
sure Dima will
yeah,
go some double stable or even
mhm,
triple. And you can cover
yeah,
them up
some
easily.
shit like 12 farms maybe, yeah. What about Stocky? I mean, I didn't see him lately, but he used to be a pretty good spammer as well, so I'm expecting a lot from him
Ah,
today.
I'm not sure. I saw that.
Oh wait, but wait, it seems like
Yeah,
Stocky's on
Dima on
6.
5.
Was
Yes,
it
yes.
like this before? Okay, okay, my bad then. I thought Dima is going
No,
for
no, I think
6.
on 5 you have more space to build as well. You can build
Really?
all the way towards that bridge on the bottom. If you put farms there.
Mm. Well, definitely it's easier to go towards the bottom, but on 6 you have even more space, I
Mm,
think.
but there's a lot of snow and stuff where you
Ah,
cannot
but
make
it's
farm fields.
yeah, the freaking mountain in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. I prefer 5 to be honest to play.
Hmm. Yeah, but another thing is that 2 and 5 in general in this tournament always had better armies than 1 and 6.
Mm. Yeah, especially I think 1, that iron, is quite hard to take. Because of the.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but on 6 it's also not so easy.
Yeah, but
Maybe
you
a
have
bit better,
stone kind of
but
close.
yeah.
You look on the stone on
Mm-hmm.
location 1, and you look at those mines all the way on top left. It's quite a stretch to bring those stones
Mm-hmm.
from there to there. That's why it takes
Oh
quite
yeah.
long to make those mines, usually.
Yeah, pays real attention for the map maker to make the map in a way that well, the stone can be a problem. You can also see another map from Thor, Final Frontier. Probably everyone knows that one. Like location 5 had a massive problem with stone. Like you couldn't make a nice base there, kind of, unless you go like leather only. Because when you try to build iron and coal mines on the top, it's a disaster. I think it's even worse than here. Okay, what are we waiting for?
I don't know. Let's see if someone goes any crazy strategy or just basic.
Yeah, we talked a bit about Ista team. Uh, as for Tofu, uh, I don't see these days To playing too much, so I can't say much about how he plays usually. I'm kind of expecting small base from him, but I'm 100% sure, and probably everyone who knows Fu is sure that this guy is gonna go for a small base, as he's very well known for it. Uh, I can just give you a list of buildings from memory. What he's probably going to do, like Ford Farms, Marketplace, trading for corn, 2 big farms and 1 stable, stuff like this. That's his signature move, I guess, to make a base like this. Would be interesting to see how it looks like on a map, on a location where you don't have easy access to iron, by the way. And the lock is also quite big as well.
Yeah, it will be fun to see how he builds.
Indeed.
Problem is that he likes to go for
Like I
militia
said,
as well.
yeah, go
And on this map, it's very
on.
hard to use the militia anywhere. From the right side, it's
mm,
easier to use because you can go bottom
yeah,
and then up to the top left location. If you try it from the left side, there really isn't any spot where you can use the militia. It's kind of useless. We'll see.
mm, yeah, I see what you mean. It's too tight. The entrances are too tight, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
you can't really do that. Well, and if you attack the top team, then there's a lot of open space, and usually the fights will happen there. So it's a bit of a different story. And militia is indeed a bit more useful.
So going for some fast woodcutter, which is gonna plant all over the place. Interesting. You already have a lack of space there. I would
Oh,
never place it like this.
yeah. Mm. I mean, it seems like he's pretty scared about his
Yeah, which
wood.
is no reason to. I mean, you can take this.
Uh, yeah, exactly. This lock is pretty good for wood. You can also you have like free forest on the location, and this one is also kinda on the location. Yeah. Oh, there's an extra iron mine, by the way.
You mean
A
this?
bit far, but it's
Ah,
manageable.
there. Oh, the fifth. Yeah, but
Yeah, yet another one. I knew about this one, but
not really
yeah,
worth it, I
but
think.
it's still an option. I mean, in very late game you can go for it. Of course, it doesn't pay off to take it like as a normal iron mine, or like a boost later on. Hmm. This woodcutter reminds me of playing Dead of Winter. Oops, seems like we've lost Maxi. That's a shame. No, okay, it's my internet.
You're
Let
back.
me
So
see. Yeah.
nice.
I have this shit again and again while I'm trying to make a stream.
It's time for a new computer, I guess. So
No, it's internet. I have the router right here. I can see a
drop.
red light. You can even see the red light right now on the camera. Yeah, and it's still lit up, so it's kind of funny. It works, but it went down now.
Easy.
Nice.
I have a sound for you, Sado. That's a beer.
What's that sound?
Because it's beer Monday,
Okay. Yeah, and we're looking at
Exactly.
beer gameplay.
Cheers, Satko.
Cheers.
So let's see. Everything looks quite standard so far. Joe is always doing this, where he's first making the roads, and he goes for the buildings later. Which I don't think makes much sense, but everyone has his own style.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more like he probably knows by heart the amounts of stuff in Storehouse and just uses as much as he can. I, I don't, I don't know what kind of advantage he would want to have by doing it like this.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
He's putting 5 of them now.
But this makes sense because you know, he made one building, and by the time he's done with the roads, he'll have someone to finish it. I'd still send more than one guy, but yeah, well.
But he has only 14 stone left now. The stone masons are still not working.
Yeah, that's
Gonna use 3 times
that's kind of
5.
strange.
He will already be out of stone. He doesn't have stone for the woodcutter. 2. He will use 2, 10, 12. I mean, he can exactly, yeah.
You have enough. Yeah.
He'll have
You
like
have
1
just
left or
enough.
something.
He'll have 2 stone left. Yeah. But I really don't understand why he just doesn't make like one along the way and then the rest. I gotta ask him after the game actually, because maybe there's something we can see here.
No, I don't think.
Something
Don't
into
think
black.
I'm missing anything.
Of
I
course,
mean,
of
you're
course,
talking
Maxi.
to Max T here, so.
Of course, I still remember about that from time to time. Okay,
Full making.
we could take a look at the
3
bottom as well.
woodcutters fast.
Yeah, what about full?
he will rush on 5 farms after.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's look at bottom.
Fine.
Stocky has a quick planter as well. I like this. Because you need a little bit of extra wood
Oh
there.
yeah. Yeah, this lock is quite tricky, as we could already see some players playing here having some wood problems. Like Donati, for example. I mean, it was kinda his own fault, but yeah.
Oh, tell him. Not too late. GG.
Yeah, the tree. You can see it because of the beacon. Dima going for the forest here, but I believe half of the
Should be too
trees
stocky, yeah.
belongs to Stocky. Yeah.
Yeah, it will cut a little bit of stocky, but
Yeah.
you
No
win
big
some,
deal.
you lose some.
Exactly. So far, Dima's base looks pretty compact.
Gonna rush for gold probably.
Oh yeah.
Iron is a bit tricky there, so let's see how we will handle it.
Oh yeah, indeed. I mean, many people in the tournament gone for these mountains first, which is kinda counterintuitive, because you have to go here anyway for coal, for gold and iron. So I didn't really understand it too much. Well, one nice thing about going here is that you can make some extra planting woodcutter there, which is probably a
I
nice
think
idea.
it's more because of the stone, because it's really close to stone. So you can make those roads really easy, and you have 2 of them here. And if you want to make your second, mine has to be here. And if you look at the stone, like it takes a long time to make that. So I actually think it makes
Oh
sense to
yeah,
make it on the right.
that's okay. That's some explanation.
Stocky.
Dima planning farms along the way.
This is really good, I think, from Stocky. Because he's gonna need those trees.
Yeah. Yeah, so far no mistakes here. Like I said, you have to be extra careful about the wood, and you can see he's already going for both of these forests. He also have plenty of planting space for this woodcutter. Kinda for this one as well, especially a bit later. Doesn't seem like he's making any buildings here, which probably is a good idea. I don't know why people on this log tend to make some buildings at the very bottom.
Yeah, I agree. You want to keep that space open, even for planting.
Another thing though is that it doesn't seem like stock. He's
On
making
the top.
the gold mine here. Pretty weird.
No,
Pretty
that I would
weird.
never do, because even the coal is still here.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All
Yeah.
here. I'm guessing he's gonna go here actually for iron as well. But come on, it's like.
I think he's
Is it
listening
me
to us
again?
now, and he's decided to click on that red cross on the top right.
Ah, he went back. But you know why? This might be what he's doing because of that forest and wood in general being more important than gold on this lock. Not in general, but on this location, it might make some
I don't know.
sense. But only for the beginning. I mean, he's probably gonna go here now make one gold smelter, and then take these two and this coal later, something like this. It's an interesting idea because wood is quite of a big problem here, and this way he shouldn't have a problem, that much of a problem at
Yeah,
least.
but I would rather have a little bit less wood than no gold. I don't think this is good.
Yeah. I'd say he's made a bet. Let's see if it pays off. And he can make some farms along the way as well.
Yeah, but you can always go on top
we'll
if you
see.
want that wood. You can take it later. Just take some gold. Look, now he's still making the road to there. But then why the hell would you all the way go top? I don't like it. Even for your serfs to bring that gold all the way from top to bottom takes a long time.
Yeah, but I think he's more interested in unlocking the gold. I mean, the gold smelter. Like this is only a bonus.
I don't know. I would still prefer to just take it on bottom. I don't see any reason to take it there.
I think he plans to make like 3 gold smelters eventually, but only 2 right now. So the serfs will not use this building too much anyway, only at the beginning. Of course, it's a long way, but they still have to go there, right? Because, well, this lock looks, I mean, works like this, unfortunately.
I don't know. He has the closest gold, and it's like already 70 minutes. He didn't even finish his mine yet.
Yeah.
So is already making a smelter.
Let's
Fu
hope.
is already making a smelter.
Yeah.
Dima is making a
Yeah.
smelter. And Stocky has the best location for gold. He doesn't even have his mine. So for me, this is already a mistake.
Yeah. Well, definitely it's a pretty interesting design choice. Especially on a map like this, because this lock is pretty huge and everyone knows that you need to have a lot of serfs. Maybe not right now because they're standing still, but on a lock like this, he'll need to have a lot of gold very fast.
Fu making a earlier gold smelter than usual. Usually he waits a bit more. It's nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, on this lock, doesn't have a choice, I guess.
Yeah, but Fu usually plays with like 60 serfs. He starts making a smelt like after 20 minutes.
True.
Now he already has it at 18. I think it's a bit of improvement. Let's see it though. Go finish gold smelter as well. Taking wood on the top left. That's good.
Yeah, wood seems nice. Kinda. I mean, only 4 woodcutters so far, right?
Right.
I mean, 3 and 2 more going to be built soon. Yeah.
One sawmill though, he's making a second now. The only problem is gonna be space. Because this woodcutter kind of fucked him up with his space. But maybe he decides to go for some small base. Look, and Stocky still, like, he's not even close to finishing his gold smelt. It's already 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He's also not storing his gold, which means the serfs are not taking the gold from the top already to the bottom, even though his serfs are doing nothing right now.
Yeah, and speaking of serfs doing something, they're gonna have their hands pretty full of work soon.
Yeah, now he's taking
it
the
would
gold
be a
mine
nice
right
idea,
away
yeah.
because he knows he fucked up.
Yeah. Must admit, I didn't expect such mistakes on this skill level, but as you can see, everyone can screw up on Midwinter's Day. 20 minutes into the game, we can see that Stocky's gold production will be quite bad. But at least he'll have wood.
Yes, gold really close. With 2 smelters, he will be able to fix it. But you shouldn't get these problems if you have
Yeah.
gold this close. Tofu is already quite close with his corn. Because he really rushed it. That's nice. I would like him to see now to make more farms. Like go for like quick 5 farms now. If you then put like 2 piggies, you will have like at least 50 leather. Let's see what he will do.
I kind of feeling that he's going for 4
Yeah,
farms.
probably.
Like 3 piggies, no horses, something like this. Maybe something traded for horses. And definitely fast
Yeah,
iron.
he's rushing iron, that's quite nice.
You can actually see, yeah.
Double gold.
Yeah.
Although he should make a second mine as well. Meanwhile, Fu is trying to make some snow farm.
Yeah, indeed.
But they will have enough fields to do anyway. I have to give a quick shout out to Sean and Barry. Sean the Zheznik and Barry the Baker. Just wanted to make sure that that is out there. Barry right now is still eating. So bon appetit, Barry. Sean will probably get another band soon. It was nice to meet you, Sean. Want to give any shout outs, Sado?
Not for now. I don't like anyone in this community anyway.
It's a statement. I will tell that to Benny.
Except
just
Benny.
kidding. Just kidding. Let's see about Fu. The problem with these woodcutters is that they really don't have a lot of space to plant.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, for fold cutters, this is kinda okay. They work more like 3 now, but yeah.
I'm not a big fan, and he forgot to make his woodcutter guy here.
Oh. That
Yeah,
might hurt.
he's gonna need those trees.
That's gonna hurt a lot. He's only cutting a few trees here and that's it.
Oh, he's actually making
Yeah, now he's making it. With his last piece of gold.
At least Stocky decided to go only 19 builders. So he's good, he's lucky in that regard. But he doesn't, yeah, but if he had like 22 builders and 26 serfs, the base would be even less, like worse. But as you can see, like he has 30 planks in the storehouse. Was really no.
Yeah, I was about to say something about that. Look at the amount of wood he has on the worst
bottom,
location.
This woodcutter, the first one he made, is already cutting. So it just didn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he probably could have ignored this forest for a couple more minutes and fixed the gold instead. It was definitely poor judgment on his part. But on the other hand, maybe he'll just make a third gold smelter somewhere here in a while, and it will kind of work.
But people are pretty hesitant to make a third smelter early. I don't see anyone ever do it.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. It kind of looks okay. It has only 6 farms going up here. Kinda expected there would be a bit more here, but I don't know.
And this one,
But
I think this one I would have just deleted. Because you have enough planters, like the guys on the bottom are already working. You don't need this guy to plant more.
Yeah.
You're not in.
He could make even more farms later
even
into the
it's easy
game.
to build there.
Still, he has plenty
Dima
of
actually
space.
went for this mine and now taking the mine on the right.
even
I
stranger.
mean, the first mine, they're not that strange. I still prefer the right, but
By the way, I'm pretty worried about the distance. I think it's like 16 or 17 tiles.
Ooh.
He might soon have a problem,
Yeah,
don't
but
you
if
think?
the stone goes down from the bottom, it gets closer, right, for him? Okay. It's only gonna get easier.
Yeah, it should go like this.
I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, correct. It won't work too well for a while, but I think he's well prepared for that. Like, they need to
And
cut through
Toe
here.
actually did go for the 5 farms, like I said. That's good. And this iron is starting to work. I think Toe is doing a pretty good job. Although I still see him having problems with the
Yeah,
space later on.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I like the farms management here. Like, I think this is the perfect spot on this
Yeah.
location. Because some people try to do it like here or here, and it's kind of bad because you screw up your base a bit too much.
I agree on that.
You can see, you can see how compact it's gonna be if you put every building on the left side and farms and woodcutters on top and right.
The only thing is where you're gonna put your wooden weapon makers with tanneries and shit. There's not gonna be much space left. Because he has to put more piggies, he has probably want to put a stable, a baker. You'll see that there will be
Yeah,
only a little bit of space. So curious to see how he will build it.
yeah. Yeah, but I
So
think
far so good.
there's a lot more space on this lock than on this one. At least usable space. That's probably because it's not too hard to make woodcutters on the bottom location. Was it 5 or whatever was the
Are we
number?
talking about Dima's location now, or?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can make a forest here and it doesn't affect your base too much. You can make
And on the
another
bottom you
one
can
there
make
as
them.
well.
I think what Dima's gonna do is gonna put his
Yeah.
leather stuff here.
Yeah, looks like that. It's not a bad
His base is
idea.
working quite fine. He has a fisher running. A nice position.
Where's his Okay. Okay, he doesn't have to go here. Okay. Oh, there's 40 fish here.
To's doing some roads to put another piggy probably, or maybe a mill. What I think he should be doing right now is try to take those other 2 mines. Because he does have two iron smelters, but he has only 1 mine.
At least this one. But it's better to take the
Yeah, I
ones
think
from the
it's
left,
easy
I
to take
guess.
on the left, and later you can take it on the right. It's hard to catch up with iron, so better just take those ores, and then you can smelt them anyway. Let's look at Fu.
Yeah.
Fu already has a wooden weapon maker. Interesting. He's going for 1 piggy, 1 stable, and a baker,
Oh, yeah.
actually.
Okay. I mean, it's not gonna give him a lot of leather, and iron is pretty bad on this location. I'm not sure if that was the greatest
Yeah, I would
idea.
always at least make
I
2.
don't think his army will be big. Yeah.
There's no,
Well, at least he won't starve.
not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem with 1 piggy is that you still have to make the tannery, the weapon makers, and you have only 1 guy, so you will have like maybe 18 later on peacetime. You have trouble spamming it later on, and especially on a map like this where it's hard to attack. I think you should at least have 2.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't really expect Mr. Fu to make a base which will work after peacetime, right? It's not his
Yeah,
style.
true, but even for the tournament, sometimes he does make 2 piggies. And I think it makes a big difference with 1 piggy. Those.
Yeah, I mean, on occasion like this, where you can't really make fast iron, but you can make fast farms if you insist, then I think that's a better choice. and I don't like the choice Mr. Fu is making here. But you were showing something in Fu's
No, no, Toe
base.
is
Come
going for
again?
the iron mines now on the bottom.
I
Toe
mean
is actually
toes.
doing
Yeah.
quite a nice job there.
Mhm.
Everything is really fast.
Yeah. Yeah. I like this base. It's very compact. Like just look at it. Of course, like you said, there will be some space issues later on
Yeah, and
probably, but
he's having 6
we'll
farms
see.
now with 2 piggies. And it doesn't look like he's planning on making a stable or a piggy at any time. Instead, he's trying to make another farm here. So if I were him, I would at least put another piggy or a stable right now before doing anything else.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he has 6 farms already. What the hell? And this is kinda fun on snow indeed, just like Full did. But I think this one is a bit worse. Okay, there's some space, but I don't like it. But here goes an important question. Uh, oh, okay. I didn't expect this building here.
Yeah,
But anyway, I'm really curious where he's gonna put his barracks. I kinda think here, cause that's the only reasonable spot for the way he builds.
yeah, or maybe here. A bit risky, but
Mm, yeah, but it's risky.
yeah, it's putting it on the
I
left one.
believe one of the first games, one of the first games in the tournament we saw. I think Zoltan was playing here. We saw how it ends when you build barracks here and you try to defend this
Yeah,
location.
yeah, it's hard to
Doesn't go
defend
well.
from there. That's true.
Like it's like your ally can't really go like here if you have some buildings, and even if you don't, then it's still quite some distance, so you can't really go from your barracks. Uh, so it's better to put it like Toe is trying right now. Okay, but what now? He can't really make buildings on coal on this log because he needs a lot of coal. And the base looks kind of finished. At least I mean, you don't really have any more space here for the buildings. You can make a tower here if you insist, but that's about it.
Yeah, although you can delete this coal mine later on because it's gonna run out. That's the first one, I think.
Mm,
Then you
hmm.
can put another building.
Yeah,
Although I'm not sure
yeah,
if he thought
that's
about it, but
yeah.
Fu's base has a little traffic problems already for like 5 or 10 minutes.
Hmm. Yeah, the shot got a bit too late, I guess.
Finally finishing now. The problem with traffic is that the resources that have to go to the left side, the stone and the wood, they will take quite a bit of delay. Makes every building later.
Mhm. Yeah, but it's I have a kind of a déjà vu when I see this because it's like it always happens on this log. I'm not sure if we had even one player who played this location right. Maybe except
Rush,
Mercenary. I think yeah, yeah.
because I think they're used to playing maps like this
We've had
in array.
maybe
Not in a negative way, but they play different maps than.
yeah. Yeah, you can see the lobbies are a bit more diverse than the Polish or Dutch ones. Uh,
Stocky is now almost finishing the second smelter, and now he decides to store his iron, which doesn't make much sense. I mean, if you wait all this time, then at least wait for it to be finished. Just some
mhm.
basic things. Minutes, 55 serves. I mean, he fixed his serves, but I still think he could have done a lot better.
Mhm.
Iron with his coal doesn't seem to be running well. He has only 5 coal mines at this point. It's 20
Mhm.
minutes, 21. Think he screwed up a little bit.
Talking about
Yes.
Stocky still. Okay.
You can see this woodcutters even. He has 3 trunks left. Would have been better off just
Uh,
destroying that than putting some buildings there.
ah, actually, I don't know. I mean, doesn't seem like he needs more buildings, and he's making the farms here because he has some space for that. It's just enough, far away enough from the woodcutters, so they didn't plant anything there. Oh, look, funny. I mean,
Yeah, I think he has other things to focus on right now. But he also didn't make the guy for the second iron smelter. Still empty.
oh,
Coal mines are late, so I wouldn't focus on taking the fourth iron mine. I would try to focus on making my iron
yeah,
run well, and after that you can take it.
yeah. Not using school
Hmm.
at all. Ah, finally.
Let's look at Dima. Dima's starting to make wooden weapons. 6 coal mines. I think Dima's doing quite a nice job here actually. He has 4 piggies. Ooh la la.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Just for Bozo, the return of the pink cup. Got some green tea here.
What's the camper? That guy. It is interesting to see that Dima's
that
going
guy.
for 4 piggies. He doesn't seem to be interested to make any stable. That's actually very weird from
He
Dima.
kinda does, but not right now. Yeah.
I mean, he will take it later, but it's already only 18 minutes till peacetime and still not stable. Didn't even make the road for it, so it's gonna take another few minutes if he wants to make it.
No marketplace yet? No.
Eric has to be finished soon.
Yeah. Oh,
Seems like he wants to go for a big bow spam, which makes sense on this map.
Yeah.
It's very easy to defend.
Yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to see which approach wins, because I guess Dima and Stocky are more like long base, big base makers, while Tofu brothers not so much. I mean, To is kinda his location is kinda what's the word?
Compact.
It makes him build small base, because you just don't have much more space for many buildings. It's restricting him. Yeah, that's the word. And as it goes for Mr. Fu, he rather restricts himself, and he never really builds big bases. So that's not what I expect.
This
from
is
him.
hurting my eyes a little bit. Making the weapon maker on the coal.
Ooh,
I mean, he has plenty of
that's
coal,
so
but still hurts.
kind of far away. Yeah.
I would have probably tried to put it
Yeah.
here if it's possible. Or even worst case, I would delete
Doesn't
this
look like
stone
the
mine
case.
and then put the weapon maker there. I think it makes more sense than putting it first of all here,
Yeah.
where they have to
Yeah,
bring it
definitely.
here to the
It's a very
barrack,
nice spot for it.
which takes a very long time. Plus you're putting it on the coal. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah.
Of that building.
Still, okay, there's still
He
working.
actually has 55 food, 55 wood in the storehouse. Quite crazy.
Oh. I mean, 55 food would be more impressive, but
this farm is not gonna work properly.
Yeah.
He's putting another farm that is working. Ah, he actually made a baker now. That's good.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, overall it's not too bad from Tom.
Yeah.
Fu has
Still, I
already
think
6 horses.
iron is kinda meh. Oh, that's nice. What about iron though? There's not a lot of time left. I don't think he'll have more than 20. And that would be an achievement. Oh, actually, okay, he's going for a diverse army, so
Yeah, but
probably gonna have
still not gonna
25
be
or
a whole lot.
something. And since he decided that he needs one swine farm, let's just say that it might look pretty interesting after peacetime when Dima and Stocky have some spam. Actually, let's maybe take a look at Stocky, because not so sure about the spam
Let's
part.
see.
Okay, he can make some
Yeah, he will have
leather.
like probably 40,
Needs
at least 45, maybe 50 leather.
yeah,
And he will have some spam after peacetime, but
yeah, should be fine.
I think he could have done everything a
Yeah.
lot faster. His iron is also not gonna be great.
Oh, look at this! 2 full
Yeah.
tanneries.
And
Kinda
he's already
insane.
making weapons for quite a bit. The wooden weapons, Dima.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a big leather spam.
How's the iron? The iron isn't bad either. Okay, this might be a pretty amazing base, but no horses.
Yeah, no horses.
Yet.
I think he will probably have like 2 or 3 at peacetime.
Should be enough. I mean, he can just take the bows and shoot Tofu brothers whenever he wants.
Yeah.
By the way, do you think we're gonna see some attacks from like here, for example? If the bottom decides to attack, obviously.
I don't think so. Usually it's still gonna be in the main spots, which is here and here. Or actually here, even on top. Thing is, it's really hard to attack on this map. So
Yeah.
if you have good spam, both of your teammates, it's probably better to separate a bit and try to push your opponents away from each other. Because if there's 4 people in one spot, it's very easy to defend. As long as you have bows, you can just outshoot, step back a bit, shoot.
Yeah. I mean, with these entrances being so tight, usually we see one guy being here or here, and the other guy being here or I don't know, sometimes here even, but only one game so far, I think. There was one game where one of the players went like here, didn't decide to invade, and just went back and stoned, but let's just say it wasn't the best decision.
I have a request from Zato if you can open the player list so they can see the time actually.
Okay, I'll try to keep that in mind.
Yeah, Stocky already has like 15 bows, but his iron is very poor. Melters are not working properly. Coal is late. There's some traffic here now. All in all, I don't think he did the perfect job here.
Still gonna have some army, that's for sure, but
But iron is gonna be very weak.
what's the problem here? What problem does he have here? Because I can't see a source of the traffic jam. Maybe the inn,
But this wasn't finished and this wasn't finished. So there's only
that.
this road to go from the left to the right.
I didn't. Yeah. I didn't see that builder here.
Yeah, and then when you try to make the roads after, it's a bit too late. At least he finished one. He's also making recruits. Yeah, very poor iron. Dima has to start making swords. Seems he has a little problem with coal at the moment. His both sword makers are empty. He has 12 bars in storehouse still. So you kinda wanna smith that up.
Weren't they just made? Ah, no. Not quite.
Probably Dima's army will be as strong, like the most strong after like 10 minutes, I think. 10 minutes after peacetime. Then he will be able to use those bars, which will give him an advantage in iron. I think he will have more iron than anyone. He will have a ton of bows. But right at peacetime, I don't think his army is gonna be that great.
Yeah. Still, I have a feeling that it's gonna be enough. I mean, I don't expect anyone rushing in right away after peacetime. Although actually, Tofu Brothers could do that.
Yeah, although not sure. Have to see.
Yeah, I mean, they realize that especially Fu's base is not gonna be like very great for the late game, especially with like one swine
He's
swine
actually
farm.
going for the second stable. He's gonna trade his stone for the corn and then go for the second stable instead of second piggy.
Oh, ooh, that's not
It's
the right
risky
decision.
gaming.
He's still making like half armors and shields and half ammos only. Hmm. Whoa, just look at those barracks. I mean, 7 minutes and there's not a lot of stuff here, I'd say.
Yeah, but Fu usually still his peace times are still quite okay. The thing is, his base is not gonna work that well after like 10 minutes.
Yeah. But I still think the peacetime won't be anything great either. Maybe horses are not too bad, but
Yeah,
second stable, really?
I've seen better games from Fu, that's for sure.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, his main idea for after peacetime is usually a lot of horses and a lot of militia, but I really don't think it's gonna work against Dima and Stocky. Especially Dima's spam that we're expecting. Spam of bows. And may I remind you that bows kill militia without
Yeah, and there's
much
no
problem.
space for the militia. It's hard to rush a base
Mm.
because you have to go over the bridge or on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's hard to use. To is doing some sneaky tactics here, trying to make some woodcutter here.
Hmm. Stealing space from the brother.
That's good food, probably doesn't need it anyway, so. Did you have food 10 leather so far?
Yeah.
Not great.
Looking at Toe's base, it seems like he found space for everything he needed. Even extra farms.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, and he made another iron smelter here. He took the fourth mine.
Yeah, this
I
pretty wet
think Toe
spot.
is really
Yeah.
doing a good job on this location.
Yeah.
Looking at Stocky, he
Well,
has 6 swords
yeah.
so far. He doesn't have the second sword maker. There's no coal in here. I think it's a pretty poor
Oh.
job, especially with iron here.
Yeah.
He has all those bars. He's not using them because he doesn't have coal. Those coal mines are gonna be empty as well in like 10 minutes. Yeah,
Some
I
food
think
problem.
Stocky fucked up a bit. Not the end of the world on this map.
I mean, I think he's still doing quite okay from this log, but you can see there are some mistakes. Definitely wood is nice. That's a great thing for him, and a lot of bows is something they might need. Of course, Dima should take care about that as well. But look, Dima doesn't have a lot of leather ammos, which is kinda strange because he has
Yeah, but
two tanneries.
no,
Is
it's
it
not
me
true.
again?
But if you look at the
No.
tanneries,
Okay.
they have 10 leather plus 4 hides. So that means already there's like 20 leather there, plus all his weapon makers are full. So there's another 40 leather that Timo can actually make, which is quite crazy.
Yeah. But he needs one more annual workshop. I see he's making
Yeah, he
one.
decides to make many shields as well, which takes away time from the making.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it was a good choice.
He's trying Kochi style. I mean, it's not recommends,
Mm.
that guy doesn't really know how to play anyway, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have liked to see him make him first like 40 bodies, and then go for some wooden shields. He's actually making a fifth. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
overall.
Should be fine in a while, and I already think that. Let me see how much iron the top has. Not that good, but some horses. Yeah, nice for Thor. I think the bottom has enough melee for now, and in a couple of minutes there's not going to be a problem with it anyway. So
Fu is having 13 horses right now, with only 9 sword. That's not great.
but look, Stocky's kinda catching up, even without the second weapon maker for
Yes, 11
iron.
sword and 17 shields.
It's
So I don't
enough.
think this is good. There was 13
I
iron
mean,
in the
yeah, but
storehouse.
you can see he kinda aims more for leather here. It should be kinda fine. It's not great army, but this map has pretty weird armies, I gotta say.
Yeah, but Stocky is paperboy. Looking at his army.
Yeah, a bit.
Dima Peacetime also not great. But I think it will be easier for him to catch up with iron.
Okay, so quick look in 30 seconds. Yeah, Dima no horses. Kinda nice leather, but we know it should be way better with what he has. And some iron. Stocky's iron is not good, but very nice leather. Mr. Fu, a lot of horses, 16, but not much else. And Top
Tow
probably
had
has the best base
25
right now. What do
swords,
you
20
think?
shield, 28 shields, 28 armor, and 40 bows, something like this, and 7 horses.
Yeah, probably the only base that has alright army right now. Maybe Dima
Yeah,
isn't that
if
bad
Dima
actually, but
catches up,
yeah,
he will have the
you,
best
you get
army,
what I mean.
but it's gonna take like 10 minutes.
Yeah, of course. Of course, he went for a bit more like
Yeah, and
Geronimo
even
style.
Stocky, he still has like 13 iron bars in the storehouse.
Yeah, so it's pretty obvious what the bottom team is going to do. Wait a bit and
Exactly.
kill.
Little peacetime break.
Peacetime. Okay, I didn't have stuff like this on my stream yet. That's the first.
Those bears, you know.
Yeah. You took me by surprise. I probably would censor this shit if I was fast enough.
Great, Sato.
A point for you, Maxi. I just hope too many people
Come
didn't
on.
quit right now.
Peacetime.
uh, Peacetime.
We're ready for war. So let's see. Any predictions, Sato?
I don't know. Depends what the brothers do. Cause if they attack right away and they do it well, there's some chance. But otherwise, I think the E-Stars are gonna win this.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have too many
So,
bows. Dima's gonna have a lot of power after like 10 minutes.
yeah. Yeah, if they wait like 10 minutes, it's just they'll just have to take the bows, stand in front of Tofu bases, and just kill whatever comes at them. And that's it.
Yeah, it will be not that difficult to push on them. Just Fu has only one piggy. He doesn't have that many bows. So it should be not that difficult to push on the left side. If they have enough bows and enough melee. But you never know. Fu can sometimes have a lot of horses, then he
Okay.
can flank with militia. So we'll see what happens. And Dima was actually making a little bit of pike right now, which is also good because Fu is having a double stable. But to counter those horses, it's really nice to just have a few pikes. Seems they are ready.
Yes, they are.
Just finished my Tsisk, half liter. For the collection. By the way, I want to give a quick shout out to John Rambo for losing today against Botso on Shadow Realm. Yes,
Was
it
it a
was.
league game?
And Botso had a very bad army and he still lost on
Well.
Shadow Realm, so shout out to you, John Rambo, for
Mm.
being number 2 and not number 1. Alright, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see who becomes the number 1 in this game.
Yeah,
But Fu's army isn't like that special, but he has
yeah,
a
but
lot
he's
of horses.
not able to make them.
It
He
will
missed the
be,
6th
yeah.
sword.
Oh yeah, indeed. And a few
He's
shields as
actually
well.
making a 3rd school.
Ooh.
Fu is making his 3rd
Sorry.
school, probably for some militia
Fu.
later.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like Dima didn't manage to make any horses at peacetime. He's gonna have to scout with his pike and his sword, which is not great.
Oh, no
And
horse at all.
especially there
Yeah.
on the bottom, you want to have a really good vision, and in the center. And with his
Mm-hmm.
barrack placement, he could have had a really good scout. He doesn't have any horses, so that's not great. Fu still has 30 bows. I mean, 10x bow, 20 bows. It could have been worse.
Yeah. I mean, his army doesn't look like it has firepower, but I think it has. Or at least it had if he could make all the horses.
There's a pike from Dima. It's gonna be a 1v1.
Versus a horse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it can go both ways, I guess.
And the pike won.
Ah.
Yeah, I think what Fu should be doing with these horses, you want to split them, and you want to make sure you go a quick anti-scout here. I don't like that he sent his whole group of horses to the middle of the map. If Dima had any horses, he would be able to scout everything on bottom now. So I think it's better to make 2 groups, and then try to go for an anti-scout and send some to the center, so they cannot pass from there. Stocky's still 10 iron bars in storehouse. Now he's making double swords. Ah, he actually made a third one of this. His 4th iron mine is empty though.
Not the greatest food production either. Probably needs a wine farm or 2.
Ooh. Okay? Yeah, but he
Stocky,
has a
yeah.
baker and 2 butchers. Yeah, he made a 2nd butcher here. I think it's gonna be fine for now.
Yeah, what do you think? Think he's gonna be fine with
Yeah, the thing is,
3
he didn't
piggies?
even take the fish. It
Oh.
doesn't make much sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be fine for now. Maybe after 10 or 15 minutes. It'll be a little bit worse, but let's see.
Oh, this doesn't look too powerful to me. But something's lacking here. Some horses?
Yeah, he has a bit more horse.
Yeah. Seems like he forgot about them. I mean, I don't think this is a tactical position in which he chosen deliberately.
Dima's still scouting here. And should be killed with pike.
Oh. I think that these horses can be easily killed with some pikes. I mean, he doesn't seem like... Ah, okay, he is paying attention. Probably because he detected this. Yeah. No, he detected these builders. Ah, pathetic.
Trying to kill some builders. I seeing it now, he's sending militia to there. I mean, Fu does have quite some horses at least. And if you look at, for example, Dima's army, right now it's also not too strong. I mean, he can still make more units, but
Oh yeah.
Stocky also doesn't have much iron. But if they want to do something, they kind of have to do it now. I think they have a slight advantage in army. And Fu also has some stuff here. Maybe he's preparing to do an attack on bottom or something with his army.
Yeah. Pretty nice boss amount from Tall.
He's just lost his horse there. Yeah, To actually has quite a nice game. He's getting some starvation now though.
Yeah.
What I also don't like is this inn. I usually like to leave at least one space in between, so it's easier for serfs and people to go out and then walk to left or right side. He just walked by his horse. Ah, those are both from, never mind. I thought this was enemy horse. Seems like Dima's gonna try to push on Fu. I think this is one of the worst spots to attack for Dima. This will be very easy for To to shoot from top and to help. I would be surprised to see the right side attack right now.
Depends. But you know, he can go from here. To be as far away as he has to from this.
What do you mean?
Like he doesn't have to go like here. If he attacks from the bottom, bit more like, then he won't get shot from
Yeah, but it's
the other
hard to attack.
mountain.
How you want to attack
And
from the bottom?
besides,
There's rocks here. Who can just do one step back?
yeah, you said he's. Well, yeah, okay, there is, but Stocky is attacking as well anyway, so I think Toe's gonna be
Yeah, let's see.
busy with
So
something
actually he
else.
decides to split his bows. Oh, those have loaded towers, which is nice.
Yeah, I think it's a good decision. Some bows here and
I
some
would
bows
have
here.
left
You
those
can
bows
try
here.
to shoot Dima.
Because I think what you want to create is like a 2 versus 1 and you just want to skip the other player. I don't think you want to fight 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1.
Yeah.
So I would like to see To's army closer to Fu actually. For example, I would put my bows here. Then I would put these swords, I would put them close as well. I can still help on the left side if I need to.
Yeah, but I don't understand why Dima and Stocky are
Because they
attacking right
think they
now.
have an advantage, although they don't. I mean, Fu is not that strong. Look, he's really gonna try to
Yeah,
attack.
but they don't see Toe.
I think what To should be doing is put these bows
He's
from
catching.
top, keep shooting from top and just move like this. And they're fighting in the center
Catch.
now. To is doing a good job shooting here.
Yeah.
He should just not catch on the top. Don't catch. Yeah, he's catching, that's very bad. All he should be doing is just move back and try to outshoot them on the bottom. Because right now he's doing a good job, but he's gonna lose all that army without any shooters on top. That's really a pity. They will be winning on the bottom now, but To should not have caught on the top. At least he's moving some of his army back right now.
But he still has, he still has some troops, and I believe that's
Yeah, but
gonna be enough.
yeah, because now
Oh, but
To's
Dima is
shooting on the top as well.
winning now. Yeah,
It was just not needed to catch on the top.
I mean,
There was no good reason to do that.
but I think it's not over yet
It's not
for the
over,
top.
but they lost a big part of their strong army. For example, all horses
Yeah,
from Fu are dead. To's still one on top, but
yeah.
not even about to. Yeah, but it's
Oh,
not
look at
about winning
that.
on top. It's better to just help on the other
Mhm.
side, try to win from there, and then just try to move away or block on top. You don't want to fight on two fronts if you split your army.
Yeah, obviously.
If he would have had
I mean,
Stocky's army here, you can shoot from here, and you can just outshoot him very easy.
mhm, mhm.
I mean, this is not the end of the world, but all
Maybe
Fu's
even,
melee is gone. All
yeah.
his quality army.
Probably should have helped on the bottom with half of his bows, and if he needs, then just switch back here, and the others just stand here and shoot, and eventually go
Exactly.
back like there,
He could even send
something
his
like
horses to the
this.
bottom instead of catching on top. Then they would have raped everything on bottom,
Mhm.
and then after they could have raped
Yeah.
Stocky 2 versus 1. Because Stocky and Dima
Mhm.
were really separated there. What they're gonna do is
Yeah.
they're gonna
No, but
reunite now, and now they're
yeah.
gonna get outspent, I think.
Mhm.
Because Fu
Mhm.
is not making any new bows. He doesn't have too many left. I mean, he's making some, but with one piggy.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, making a base like Fu always does is kind of a bet, especially when you make only one piggy. If you lose the first fight, lose too many bows, there, it's kind of bad.
Especially with a player like Dima. I mean, Dima 4 piggies, 5 letter.
Mhm.
He actually has 5 piggies now.
Yeah.
Like Dima is spamming like crazy.
Ooh. Madman.
He's gonna have a little bit of wood problems
Yeah.
later on, I
I
think.
mean. Mhm.
Fu actually managed to scout with some of his horses. Although I still think it's kind of a waste. I mean, you will kill one serf, you're gonna lose 2 horses. Because he will also lose this horse.
Hmm.
I don't like these kind of tactics, unless you send a lot of militia with it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not worth it even for the scouts. Especially at this point of the game, it's not worth it to know so much about their bases.
And
Like if they starve, for example, then they starve and
mhm.
lose. They don't need to know about this in advance, right?
This is actually a lot of bows they have here.
Mm.
If they're gonna have to retreat, then I think they're screwed. They're just gonna get outpushed there. So yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
Yeah, it seems
I don't
like
like
Fu
this.
is
I
hiding
think
in
what
the
To should have
base.
done
Yeah.
is sent the sword here. They should have tried to outpush them right away. Because once you give them space, like they do right now, you're kind of lost. Because they
Mhm.
have space to shoot with all the bows. You want to block them off, so preferably you would have had army here
Mm.
to block them from entering this open space. Because now you're just
Mm.
outnumbered. You have no terrain advantage.
Yeah. I think their plan is like to go here,
Yeah, but the
here.
problem is
No, their plan is to attack. What the
your
hell?
problem is that it's really hard to move back from here with your bows.
Look, he's gonna storm. Ah, no,
I think
not
they will
yet.
be dead very soon.
Storm attack,
I think
definitely.
Stocky and Dima will win this game now.
Mm. The brothers are going to do something risky now. I feel. Maybe
Oh
just
my
trying
god,
to
look at
outpush.
what Dima's doing. Dima sent his
Kinda
bows to the
works.
wrong side, like
Whoa, 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 whoa.
the
Look
militia.
at
Yeah, but
this.
that militia will not do any damage.
Yeah, but
Should
it's a pretty nice spot for attacking
Yeah,
with
but he should have
militia.
waited a bit. Now he lost his militia.
Yeah.
It's nice to have it as a flank, but I
Mm.
think this is one for Dima and Stocky. Just there's too
Yeah,
many
he's
bow
losing
shooting.
balls like
You will see
crazy.
this. We'll get outshot like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why they are
Yeah.
attacking? With some horses might have worked, but this is way too slow.
But I also don't
Yeah.
like. Imagine you had the militia right now.
Hmm.
Should use this though, but
Yeah.
actually,
That was a mistake.
not looking that bad. Yeah,
Doesn't look that bad, but they have to kill as much as possible, and I'm afraid it's gonna be
I
hard.
think they're just gonna slowly get
Yeah,
outspent
but
anyway.
they.
But this battle didn't
Mm,
go too bad.
mm-hmm.
They still have quite some melee. Who
Yeah.
has some horses right now?
Yeah, and they're pushing like crazy. Yeah, it might work. Look where they
Ah,
are
but look,
going.
there's also
There's like.
reinforcements coming. They have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of shooters, but
Okay, so it's a
the thing
lure.
is they need to keep army to defend their bows.
Yeah, but they have some time. They might try
They
to
have to do it
attack
fast
this
if they want
and
to do it,
kill
yeah.
off the balls. Mm-hmm. Afraid they're not fast enough, but it's not a bad try. But they're like
But look
out
at,
of
for
army right
example,
now.
I really don't like this kind of game. Tow
Mm.
right now, he has 8 swords, 3 horses and 11 bows. Imagine you had this army
Mm.
right now in the battle, you would have won the battle.
Mm-hmm.
So for
Exactly.
example, I always make all my army in this kind of situations.
Mm. Although another thing is that if he gets this out right now, why doesn't he get out the bows? By the way, I don't get
I
it.
don't know, but if you had it like 10 seconds ago, you would have won that battle and
Yeah.
raped all the bows.
Yeah. Unless he really does it
No,
on
I
purpose,
don't
but
think.
it wasn't good either if he did. Like I would do it a bit different. Like let them into the base and wait somewhere on the left side, and then take this out from barracks and attack. Something like this maybe. Yeah. Or just stand here, whatever.
Meanwhile, in Stocky's base, he really has some gold problems. You see, like these coal, I told you these coal mines are gonna run out. As you can see now, he's not making any gold. And look at his barrack.
Yeah. Whoa. Haha. Okay, here goes the chance for Tofu team.
Dima won't make.
But Stocky still has a lot, but he ain't gonna make more, I guess. So we have 2 ghost town players. Oh, look at the amount of recruits here. I think somebody's gonna have a big food problem soon. Whoa.
Yeah.
It's not even soon, it's right now. Yeah. Seems like. But come on,
Yeah.
45 recruits. It's his own freaking fault, really. And he keeps producing them.
Big
This is too
starvation. Yeah.
funny. Yeah, like what kind of a player does this mistake? Really? Oh, come on. We have like 30 viewers. Quite a lot for this time,
Next time,
I
put my
think.
name in the title. You will get even more.
I'll try. I'll try that for sure.
Fu is making this kind of attack, but it's way too obvious. You wanna do this when you're fighting on top or something.
Mm.
Right now, it's easy for them to see it
Yeah.
coming.
In case you guys didn't believe it's obvious, there's some army from Dima.
I think what Tow should be doing is at least stand close and try to put some pressure right now. You don't want to be Dima to be able to send his whole army to bottom. You want to keep on the pressure.
Seems like only Fu is doing this right now, and he's gonna lose all the bows now because.
Tow should at least move close.
Yeah. Or maybe that's the idea, to catch this.
Tow is sending his
Terrible
forces to
execution.
top for some reason. I don't like that.
He's like scouting? No. No idea what he's doing. I think they just want to confuse their enemy. Oh, this really looks like it's gonna be a game longer than any of us expected.
Yeah, but right now, if you look at Fu's base, he's not really making much. There's a lot of things dying.
Yeah, same with
Yeah, but Stocky
Stocky.
will catch up. I mean, I doesn't have a market yet, so
I guess.
still taking some time. But I think really Tow should be at least be here and start shooting and stuff. He's actually going for the base.
Yeah, completely missed his
He's
chance.
ruining his horses here.
What? Oh. For what? I mean,
Uh,
okay, I get it. He's trying to
yeah,
disrupt
but
Dima's
you have 3 horses and
base.
you're wasting them like this. They're better used to push in the center of the map.
I mean, who's saying that
They will
he's
die at
wasting
some
them?
point.
He might still save them. There's 3 of them, so he can just catch with one, for example, stuff like this. You can see he's avoiding
But
problems.
look, for example, if you
And
had bows here now, you can start shooting, you can start pushing, like
mm,
Stocky will not be able to move like this. Because they're
mm.
too far away.
Yeah, but you know another thing is that he can try to catch and kill units one by one, and also he can go to Stocky where there's a lot of serfs to kill
Fu is actually
and
already there.
a lot of
Oh, but
problems.
look, see?
Okay,
Yeah.
what the hell is he doing?
This is like,
Ooh,
you don't want to lose those
GG.
horses for this. I don't like it.
Yeah, like this. That was really bad execution. Should have gone to Stocky. Of course, he doesn't know about his problems, but yeah.
Yeah, there's
Speaking of
4
going to
horses
Stocky,
wasted without any kills.
oh well.
I think they could have
Yeah,
used it better.
exactly. Like, even if they want to go to the bases, they could still use it way better.
Dima spamming quite crazy right now.
But I think the top team is just playing for more time. Seeing this, I don't understand why, but well,
Yeah, I also don't like that they go for the
you
base.
know,
Now they're starting to push. I think you should do both at the same time. If you want to send horses to someone base, you have to push at the same time. You need to keep them distracted so they cannot look at their base. They have to move army. This is how people make mistakes.
yeah,
If you do everything one by one,
yeah.
they're not gonna make any mistakes.
Yeah, but seeing stuff like Fu's recruits in the barracks, he has
Yeah.
54 right now. You know, it almost makes me break the tournament rules, if there are any, actually, about it, and to just tell him that he has this problem, because it's so fucking terrible to watch.
Although they're still not going for food.
Like, he, what do you
Yeah,
mean,
I
the
don't think they're
recruits?
hungry yet.
Hmm. Yeah, might be right, but then why does he have the problems? I mean, it was supposed to be a small base.
Because he has 1 piggy and 1 mill. Ah, he has actually 2 mills now.
Mm. Yeah, but it used to work pretty well. I mean, it was fast, and I thought it's gonna work. Does he have
And
fish?
he
No
doesn't have
way.
wine, looks like.
Cause
Normally he makes
yeah,
a bit of wine.
no way. No way. There's some troops in the middle, and seems like Tofu have advantage right now. Doesn't seem like Stocky made a lot more soldiers since last time we looked. Dima is probably a bit better in that regard. Whoa.
Yeah, if they want to push, they kind of have to do it now. Dima has some army on bottom. He was chasing some militia.
Mhm.
Fu should just start stepping forward and start shooting and then see what happens.
Stocky still has pretty terrible stuff in his base, but he's regarding gold, but he's making a marketplace right now. So yeah, it's a good time to attack, but also a good time to die, I'm afraid, because I don't see how Tofu Brothers could win
It's
this
gonna be
right
difficult,
now.
but it's more about
Walking in
pushing. You
here.
don't want to attack.
Yeah, and Dima's
Yeah, they
position.
actually no, that
It's good. It's
Fu is
good if
losing
they
his horses
catch,
for
but
nothing now.
yeah,
And then
yeah, I should be
Toast melee
shooting
is
at
behind the
least. Come
boss. This is
on,
GG.
come on.
This is very
What is
bad.
he doing? Look at this, yeah.
I mean, I understand they had to do something, but they should have done it a way different way.
Yeah, something but not anything.
Nah, this looks like GG to me.
Yeah, look at Fu and Dima.
Look at the melee behind bows.
Pretty strange. Yeah. Yeah, now Dima deals the fatal blow. Yeah, this is pretty bad. And Thor isn't even trying to go back when he probably should.
Yeah, look how much melee they have left, like all quality.
Only towers can save them, but I doubt they will.
They're actually
Doesn't look too
attacking on the
well.
left as well.
Oh crap. I mean, there's nothing to attack here. Ah, okay, it started working, his base. Huh, funny. Yeah, that's how you attack, by the way. Not send 3-4 horses. Doesn't work.
Mirage Hut is also GG.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could have done a really good job in the first fight. Because what Dima and Stocky did wasn't good. The problem is that you don't want to fight on two fronts, you just want to fight on the bottom. You want to split your army, send help to the bottom, and then just block and move back on top. You don't want to fight on top if you have half your army in the center. This is GG.
Still, pretty nice performance from
Nice
everyone here. I mean, the bases were kinda nice. Not the best. I mean, there were some mistakes in every base except Toes, I think. Because he did a pretty nice job. But like I said before, this location of Thor is probably like the best overall in most of the games. It's least likely that someone will screw up on this lock, at least statistically. But still, very nice job, and it was a pretty nice game. It wasn't too obvious who's gonna win.
Yeah, it was a good game. GG.
GG.
Let's look at some stats. Dima,
Okay.
213 units.
Yeah, that was kinda expected, even before the game. The other players are kinda same. Stocky a bit worse, but not a big difference. Yeah, but Dima's base pretty massive.
Big spam.
I mean, you can't really see that on the army chat. You could see that there probably were some problems in the fights, because Dima is always having the best army, but on par with someone else as well. So.
Well, GG. Yeah, if you look at ladder, for example, 150 ladder for Dima. 45 for Fu.
Massive. Just look at the curve. I mean the angle of the chart for Dima. It's way faster for him than for the other players.
Fu has 35 horses. That's nice.
Everyone had more or less the same iron production, it seems. There's no big difference.
Well, Dima doesn't have, like, he makes iron fast, but then it actually slows down a bit. I didn't expect that. Yeah, good game overall. GG.
Yeah. Oh, I kinda expected Fu will have most hand axes produced, but seems like Stocky was better in that regard.
Although he couldn't make them, but yes.
That's true. Ah, yeah, that's a shame that you can't really see the amount of recruits made, but you can still see Stocky had at least gold produced.
Production.
But yeah, but it was pretty similar to what Thor had, at least after a while. Interesting.
Yeah, the last few minutes Thor went down a bit.
Yeah. Okay, guess that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks to Maxi for commentating this shit.
Having me on.
It was a pretty nice game.
Hope you enjoyed me going for peacetime break.
I think everybody enjoyed you. We have still two games, Skeletal Regis versus Red Kronos in this round, and Mithilas Bara versus Kunganes. and I don't know when the games are going to be
Tomorrow,
played.
John Rambo, next T versus Big Bang Cannabis, and Drie Names.
Second round already. So the first game on
Yes.
Rebound, right?
You'll see a
if I'm
masterpiece
correct.
if you
It's
tune
going
in.
to be interesting. Masterpiece, okay. I can see that coming.
Alright, Sado, thank you for having me on the stream.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ciao, ciao.
thanks. Thanks to everyone, and bye.